Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we are currently out here in my front yard. Just got done cleaning some plastics up that I did take off of my 2005 Honda TRX 400EX a couple of days ago. For those of you guys that did not see part 1 to my teardown series for my 400EX, here it is. We're currently in the process of about to take off the head right now. We just stripped down the entire frame, plastics, well, actually, everything else is out there. I do have the gas tank back in here. I'm just putting everything back where I found them because I did have all my parts laid out right here. The bigger plastics down there. So this morning, I got up and I made a Off-Road Outlaws video. A couple of you guys may have seen them. Thanks if you guys did. Check it out if you haven't already. And then I came out here and took all the parts off of here, put them in my front yard, and I got to cleaning. So I'm going to try to put it back all in the same order once they're all clean. Currently right now they're all drying, so this was filthy, so I cleaned the gas tank first and I decided to put it back because I came in here to grab something. But yeah, so there's the gas tank and I'll go over everything I just went ahead and cleaned out there. But back to the story for the 400EX. Long story short, we went ahead and took off all the plastics, stripped off the gas tank tray, air box, a couple other different things, obviously the exhaust, the whatever that's at, the oil jug here. So it's pretty well stripped down. Had to take off the carb and intake, so that's kind of where we're at right now. And I believe later tonight I'm going to order me a new oil cooler because those are pretty important. And really there's a decent amount of oil in the jug, but there wasn't any oil gained to the motor, so we think it's something clogged from where the oil is going to get to the motor. Maybe that. If it's not, either way, it's going to get replaced. It's a little bit dirty. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're planning on, because tomorrow's Monday, it's currently Sunday. So tomorrow after school, me and my dad are planning on going and tearing into the top end. So seeing really how bad the piston is, either way, we're going to need new piston rings and gaskets, of course, because we're taking it all apart. Can't reuse gaskets, so we're going to put new gaskets on it, obviously, and new piston rings because this thing's burning a decent bit of oil, or was at least, before. And I told the story in part 1, but essentially once I got done rebuilding the back axle and carrier bearing and everything, fired up for the first time once I rolled out there, and just smoke started seeping out from the whole motor. So that was a little bit weird, and it wasn't like burnt oil smoke. Once again, it was kind of like more of a steam. Thought something was just burning off the engine, but then we shut it off and waited a few minutes and we fired it back up. It took about 30 seconds and then it started smoking again. So we just thought we were burning up something inside the motor and it wasn't getting oil or something like that, and it was just about time to tear it down. Ran just fine before I parked it because I had a bad carrier bearing. So we really don't know what's wrong with it, but either way, it's severely underpowered and it does smoke a little bit, does burn a little bit of oil out the exhaust pipe. You can see that. And then when I got back from like a 3-hour ride, like the last time or second to last time I rode it, there's about little to no oil left in it. So it definitely is burning up a decent bit, and we're gonna need to get that taken care of. I don't know if it's seeping through the gaskets or possibly just bad rings is what I'm thinking it is. And then where the exhaust pipes connect, my slip onto that, where the oil was coming out of the exhaust, as you guys can see, all that oil right there. So it's not really a good deal. It's all like kind of plastered on there. So I'm gonna get that all cleaned up, but let's go back to the point of the video. So I just went through all that backstory for those of you guys that did not see part 1. And there's the engine mount right there. I have all my bolts in their baggies because don't want just a pile of bolts and have to figure out what it all goes to. Stay organized if you're going to rebuild your 400EX. Always a great tip, but for right now I'm going to go through and show you guys real quick everything I cleaned up and really just what I'm doing today. On my way out to the front yard to go ahead and show you guys everything I've cleaned, we're currently in the process of putting back up the fuel tank on my 2004 Excursion. More videos will be coming soon on that, probably this summer. Really why we dropped the fuel tank is to put a new fuel pump in it, because of course the 2000 Excursions, I forget what year they ended them. I think they ended in 05. Yeah, in 05 they started a new style, which this truck is in 07, so that would be with that style where the fuel pump is somewhere, well, I forget where it's at, but it's not in the tank. So that's a way better design, because dropping tank on and it was near full, and it has the vent on the top, so it's anti-siphon. So it's kind of a pain to drop with it almost full. When we did drop it, we did drain out some of the fuel, so it was a little bit easier to get back up, a little bit lighter, not as full. But yeah, that is kind of a pain that we had to drop the fuel tank with it almost full because we couldn't siphon it out. And then you know, it wasn't that hard to get the new fuel pump in itself. So we got that done, and putting it up is kind of where we're at right now. We have it all together, but currently on the excursion, just because I'm on the topic, I'll get back to the plastics in a second. Pretty much the filler hose, we got a little, like an inch too long, so it is just a little bit kinked. So that's kind of what we're working on right now. But other than that, we do have the 2 back bolts, or 2 front bolts, I guess, because it's facing the front, and then 2 backs are what we're waiting on to get back in. It's all lined up. We just need to fix the filler neck tube. So that's kind of where we're at with the 2000 excursion. But well, I don't know if you guys can see in the window or not. Yeah, my kickers are still in there. Comp C's. Had them thumping yesterday, so it's pretty nice when we did fire it up first time in a couple of months, because it wouldn't run without the fuel pump. Alright, but back to the plastic. So really I just took wherever the rag went, but I did have a little wash rag. It's actually in there, or right there. You know, I took it all out here, lined them all up, rinsed them off with that, and scrubbed them all down. I should have shown it before and after, but I didn't really think about making a video out of it. But I thought I'd take you guys along for the journey, because this is kind of part of it. I do want everything to be just like brand new and clean. Everything was caked with mud. You guys would see in part 1. I just want it like really clean whenever I put it all back together. And I'm gonna go in and like actually clean out my air filter a little bit better. I just rinsed it off. There was a lot of mud caked on that. Airbox covers are kind of important, but really you don't really need them, but they do kind of help. And if you already have a high flow air filter, you don't really need to take off the airbox cover, because it gets enough air with just the air filter itself. You don't really take it off. But this is kind of where we're at right now. So quad is still stripped, haven't torn in the top end yet. Currently today we're working on the excursion, finishing it up, and I just finished up cleaning my plastics. Once it all dries, I'm gonna move it back on in to the garage there, and should be a good time. So they're all gonna be clean and ready hopefully by the time we are done tearing into it and getting new piston rings, gaskets on, and possibly a stage 1 hot cam. And then we can put all the new plastics back on it and get this thing looking brand new. And then she'll be ready to ride and be ready for the whole summer hopefully, because I'm looking forward to hitting dirt roads and gravel roads on the quad. Should be a lot of fun. So really, that's where I'm gonna have today's video. It's just kind of where I'm at, just updating you guys. So leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys did think of today's video, and what else you guys would like to see from me on the channel. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Make sure to measure us guys day or night. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications to keep up with the series and to never miss a new daily video from me. And now with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to measure us guys day or night. And with that, I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.